Okay, so have you ever been right in the middle of asking a question? You just stop. Maybe you're wondering, do you like? Or, are you liking?
Oh, absolutely.
Or like, did she go versus does she go?
Yeah.
That little flicker of doubt, it's so common, right?
It really is. And that hesitation, it's totally valid. It actually points right to what we're going to unpack today. This deep dive, it's all about getting more precise, more confident with forming questions, specifically mastering those auxiliary
By
verbs.
helper verbs.
Exactly. Helper verbs like do, does, did,
Yeah.
or is, are, even can and may. They seem small, but they're often the tricky part. They set the whole frame for the question.
Yeah, I'm really keen to see how breaking this down helps. So our mission today is basically to get past those little stumbles, help you feel more, well, natural when you're asking questions in English. We'll look at the mechanics, use some clear examples, so you walk away feeling, hopefully, a bit more equipped, ready to dig in.
Let's do it. Okay, so first things first, that really common confusion.
Yeah.
When do you use do, does, or did, and when is it is or are? The key thing here is actually simpler than it often feels. Think about your main verb. Is it an action? Like run, eat, think.
Okay, yeah.
If it's an action, you pretty much always need do or does or the past tense did to make it a question. Like, do you read often? Or did they go to the party?
Yeah.
You wouldn't say, are you read often? That just sounds off.
Right, okay, that clicks. So do you like coffee? Like, it is the action, the verb. But what about when the main verb is actually a form of be? Like, are you hungry? Or is she tall?
Exactly.
In those cases, be is doing the work itself. Yeah, you don't need do. We'd never say, do you be hungry?
Precisely. That's your first major hurdle cleared, basically. If the verb is about a state, a quality, where something is, or, importantly, a continuous action with ing.
The ing.
Yes. They be is your question former. Like, are you eating lunch now? See? Or is the auxiliary there? Just figuring that out takes care of a lot of those common mix-ups. It's about what the main verb is actually doing or describing.
Okay, that's super helpful. Do versus be. Got it. So what about those other helpers? The modals, like can, may, might, they add extra layers, don't they?
They absolutely do. Modals are great. They let you ask about ability or permission, possibility, advice, all sorts of things. The main rule with modals, they always jump to the front before the subject, and the main verb that follows, always the basic form, the infinitive without to.
Base form, right.
So, can you speak French? That's ability, but maybe, may I join you? That's asking permission. And there's a subtle thing here. Can is often more about general ability or informal permission, while may is typically for more formal permission or possibility. Knowing that adds, well, a bit of polish.
That is a useful distinction. Okay, but what about, say, choosing between did you go to the store and were you going to the store? They sound similar but feel different.
Ah, good one. Yeah, that gets into tense and answer. Did you go is simple past. Done. Finished action. Did the event happen? Yes or no, basically.
Straightforward.
But were you going? That's past continuous. It asks about an action that was in progress in the past or maybe a plan that got interrupted, like were you going to the store when the phone rang? See the difference? The auxiliary verb did or were carries that tense information.
And the main verb changes.
Well, remember, after do, does, or did, the main verb always snaps back to its base form. So, did you go? Never did you went. That's a classic mistake.
Gotcha. So it's the auxiliary that does the heavy lifting for tense with did.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's really about the subtle meaning you want to convey. Which brings us back. We mentioned it earlier. Do you like it versus are you liking it? What's the deal there?
Yes. The classic present simple versus present continuous in questions. Do you like it? Ask about your general opinion or preference, your usual feeling. Do you like skiing? Generally speaking. But are you liking it? Using the continuous suggests something happening right now or temporary. Like if you're trying a new restaurant dish, someone might ask, so are you liking it? It's about your experience in this moment.
Ah, okay, so one's general, one's specific to now. That's a nuance that really shows understanding.
It absolutely does. So wrapping this part up, the big takeaway, really getting a handle on how these auxiliary verbs work is, well, it's fundamental. Knowing whether you need do or be, understanding what modals like can or may add, and how the auxiliary carries the tense. That's the key. Nailing this stuff doesn't just make your questions more accurate. It seriously boosts your confidence, makes conversations flow better.
Yeah, it clears up so much potential confusion, doesn't it? Knowing these tools means you can hopefully just ask the question without that little internal debate first. So Thinking about all this, now that you've sort of unpacked these question tools with us, maybe think about this. What's a question you've often wanted to ask someone? Or maybe a conversation you've avoided because you weren't sure how to phrase things. Do you feel perhaps a little more ready to tackle it now? Give it a try.